These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.
I'm Faye Fredericks with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. In the state of education, a new push to prevent opioid overdose deaths in Valley schools taking shape earlier this year. State Superintendent Tom Horn announcing a task force to put Narcan in every school across the state by the end of the year. The first deliveries are heading to campuses today with more than 16,000 kits available. State Education Department says Arizona DHS received the kits at no cost to the state. Following up now on a story we first told you about 24 hours ago, families speaking out after the remains of a missing woman are found. MCSO investigators say a skull was found in New River Tuesday. It's now confirmed to be that of 64-year-old Joanne Dudek, who disappeared 2 years ago. Dudek was last seen at her Anthem home near Meridian and Belfair Way. ABC15 speaking with her family, who say they're devastated by the news, but hopeful they're one step closer to justice.
We are very aware that this is just that this does mark the beginning of a very long road ahead. We very strongly believe that this is something that was done to her and that her remains were put in that location.
Yeah, our team at ABC15 continuing to press for answers. Investigators say their homicide unit is looking into this, but they have not confirmed if this case has been ruled a homicide. We'll keep you updated on what we learn as this story continues to unfold. At the Maricopa County Tabulation Center, officials and volunteers are still counting those ballots from Election Day. Last night's drop, a small one, less than 2,000 new votes counted, bringing the total to nearly 2.1 million. Recorder's office says still has about 40,000 ballots left to tabulate. More than a week after Election Day, Coconino County releasing its final unofficial election results. Officials received almost 71,000 ballots with a voter turnout rate of more than 78%, which they say is on track to be higher than the state average. Results will be official after the Board of Supervisors canvass the election Tuesday afternoon. Inflation moving in the wrong direction last month. The latest consumer price index data released by the Bureau of Labor Statistics shows prices rose 0.2% in October. Housing-related inflation accounted for half of the monthly rise. Energy prices were flat, but inflation has still eased quite a bit since it peaked at 9.1% in June of 2022. Heads up, if you have plans out of Sky Harbor, make sure you're planning ahead. Airport is on track to have its busiest year yet. Our team analyzing new data and going inside the numbers for you. More than 56,000 commercial flights are scheduled to take off from Sky Harbor in the final quarter of 2024. That's a 9% increase from the combined number of flights in October, November, and December of 2023. Only 6 other U.S. airports have more flights scheduled than Sky Harbor. Thousands of Boeing machinists back to work after voting to end a weeks-long strike. They're working under a new labor contract that includes raises each year for 4 years. But despite the strike ending, Boeing plans to cut 17,000 jobs. The announcement adding new uncertainty for employees.
I'm waiting for tomorrow. I can't wait till tomorrow, and then I can find out if I have a job or not, and then how my team's impacted.
So far, Boeing officials have not said which jobs will be impacted by the layoffs. A century-old dam is creating renewable carbon-free energy for the Valley of the Sun. Our Impact Earth team taking us to Stewart Mountain Dam. It's more than 200 feet high, nearly 600 feet wide. SRP built the dam between 1928 and 1930, forming Saguaro Lake in the process. The dam provides hydropower and water to the valley. It's home to a 13,000 kilowatt hydropower unit that can provide power to 250 homes in the valley.
There's never 2 days the same on the river, as they say. And yeah, it's always an exciting day, no matter what you're doing or what you think you may be doing.
Dam is manned 24/7 by a crew of 2, and inspections are done daily.
Tracking your forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Amber Sullins. We are warming things up in the valley. We'll be back in the 80s tomorrow afternoon. Still a nice cool start at 53 here in Phoenix at 6 a.m. Lunchtime, though, taking us up into the mid-70s. Then we'll hit the mid-80s around 4 p.m. here in Phoenix. Generally light winds throughout the day, but we will be picking up some winds across the state on Friday as the next storm system approaches. Gust at 20 miles per hour here in the valley, so just some breezes for us, but windy conditions across the high country with gusts near 40 40 miles per hour along the I-40 corridor and along the Mogollon Rim. Those winds picking up as this next storm system approaches. Overall, it's looking like a fairly dry storm for most of Arizona, but we may see a few spotty showers here and there, especially across eastern and southeastern Arizona on Sunday. Here in the valley, a slight chance at 10% of a few isolated showers in that Sunday forecast, and a big drop in temperatures as this storm system moves in. We'll go from 84 tomorrow down to 67 by Saturday.